let's be real. Product management is a constant juggling act, right? You're balancing market research, you're trying to plan the roadmap, prioritize features, all while this endless stream of customer feedback is coming in. But what if you could do all of that, just faster and smarter, and with a whole lot more confidence? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down in this explainer, how AI is completely changing the game.
So let me just ask you a question, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Is your product roadmap built on solid, undeniable data, or is it kind of a mix of, the loudest voice in the room, some gut feelings, and maybe a little bit of guesswork? It's a tough question, I know, but it gets right to the heart of the whole dilemma for modern product teams.
And to really get why AI is such a powerful solution, we first have to agree on the problem. So let's take a quick look at the core challenges that pretty much every product manager on the planet is facing right now. I'm willing to bet these look painfully familiar. Market research takes weeks, which means you're always feeling one step behind your competitors. Trying to analyze thousands of customer reviews to find that one golden nugget of insight, it feels impossible. And feature prioritization, well, it often just becomes a battle of opinions, not objective data. And the result of all this? A roadmap that's always changing and a testing cycle that just eats up time and money.
Okay, but what if you had a new team member? One that could do all the heavy lifting, analyze massive amounts of data in seconds, and just deliver the insights you need to make brilliant decisions. It's time to meet your AI co-pilot. And let's be crystal clear about this. This is not about replacing product managers. Not at all. It's about empowering them. It's about giving them superpowers.
So how does this AI copilot actually help with those challenges we just talked about? Well, it automates that brutally slow research. It analyzes customer feedback at a scale that no human team could ever dream of. And it brings cold, hard data to your feature list. It can even help you generate roadmaps and simulate what might happen before you even write a single line of code.
All right, let's see how this actually works in the real world across the entire product development journey. We're going to walk through 6 key use cases, starting from that very first spark of an idea all the way to launch and beyond.
First up, the discovery phase. This is where great products are really born. And honestly, it's where using AI can feel like you have an almost unfair advantage right from the get-go.
So instead of spending days, or let's be honest, weeks, manually digging through competitor websites and dense market reports, an AI can do it all in minutes. Seriously, it scans everything, their pricing, their positioning, their feature sets, and it analyzes real-time market trends to hand you a simple, concise summary of the biggest opportunities. You get all the critical insights without any of the grunt work.
Next up, let's talk about the single most important voice in product development, your customers. The big challenge, of course, is that trying to listen effectively when you have thousands of voices shouting at you is, well, it's pretty much impossible.
This is where AI just absolutely shines. It can process every single survey response, every App Store review, every social media comment. And it doesn't just count keywords, it actually understands the sentiment. It categorizes the pain points. And most importantly, it helps you find what I call the silent majority in your feedback. Those quiet, emerging patterns that signal huge, unmet customer needs. Okay, so you've done your research, you've listened to your customers. Now comes the million-dollar question. What do we actually build next? This is where AI brings some much-needed science to what has often been an art, helping you justify every single decision with real data. An AI can look at every single feature request and evaluate it objectively against your core business goals. It can score the potential impact versus the development effort to instantly point out the quick wins. And this means you, the PM, can walk into any meeting and justify your roadmap decisions not with opinions, but with hard, defensible data. But hey, AI isn't just for analysis. It can also be an incredible creative partner. You know that feeling when your team hits a wall during a brainstorming session? AI can be the spark that gets things moving again.
Think of it as a brainstorming assistant that has literally studied every product in your industry. It can generate totally new feature ideas, suggest enhancements based on emerging market trends, and offer up solutions your team might never have even considered. It can really spark whole new paths to innovation.
So once you have that great idea, you've got to validate it. We all know the prototyping and testing phase is absolutely critical, and guess what? AI can make it dramatically more efficient. So, for example, an AI can suggest a whole list of test cases to make sure you've got everything covered. Then, after a usability study, it can analyze hours and hours of video and just generate a concise summary of user feedback in a matter of minutes. It can even help developers by assisting with all that technical documentation, freeing up everybody to focus on what they do best, building.
And finally, let's look to the future. Because great product management isn't just about understanding what happened yesterday. It's about being able to predict what's going to happen tomorrow. This is where AI basically becomes a crystal ball for your product. It analyzes all your user data to predict future adoption and engagement trends. You can even simulate different launch strategies to see which one is most likely to succeed. This is what moves your team from being reactive to being truly proactive.
Okay, this all sounds pretty powerful, right? But it can also feel a little overwhelming. Like, where do you actually start? So let's break down a simple, practical way to start bringing AI into your own workflow.
I like to think of it as a crawl, walk, run approach. You don't have to do everything at once. Just start at level 1. Automate those simple, time-consuming tasks like market scanning and sentiment analysis. Once you're comfortable with that, you can move to level 2 and start augmenting your big decisions with data-driven feature scoring. And then, eventually, you can aim for level 3, a fully integrated system where AI is assisting you from end to end. Now, as you start this journey, just be mindful of a few common traps. Remember, AI is a tool to enhance your intuition, not replace it. And the quality of your insights is only as good as the quality of your data. You know the old saying, garbage in, garbage out. And always, always validate what the AI suggests with real, living, breathing users.
So, what's the big payoff for all of this? Is it worth it? Let me tell you, the return on investment for becoming a data-driven, AI-powered product team is absolutely undeniable.
Just look at this number, a 50 to 70% reduction in time spent on research and analysis. Seriously, just pause for a second and think about that. What could your team create, build, and innovate with all of that time back?
In today's market, speed and insight are everything. Making smarter decisions faster is the ultimate competitive advantage. This really isn't a matter of if AI will become standard in product management, but when. And the teams that adopt it first are simply going to build better products, period.
So, I'll leave you with a final question to take back to your own work. When you look at your daily tasks, everything from research to road mapping, what is the one part of your product workflow that you would automate with AI first? Your answer to that question, well, that's the starting point on your journey to building better products faster.